finished hitting 4 of their final 6, and as a result, we're able to break away. Milwaukee starts the third quarter with a turnover. Siakam push shot is good. Pascal Siakam now with 15. Neesmith with 15. By the way, Halliburton in that first half, 8 assists, no turnovers.
And the third turnover for Giannis Antetokounmpo, who didn't have one in the first quarter, had back-to-back turnovers in the second quarter and starts the third with one, but a great cut by Kyle Kuzma off the Brook Lopez post-up allows him to get the easy bucket.
Halliburton open from 3, can't hit. Kuzma the rebound. Here comes Kuzma. Milwaukee trying to get on the board in this series, trailing 2 games to none. Kuzma can't swivel it in.
They can start making some threes.
Here's Nembhard. Nembhard putting it on the deck. Kuzma wrestling it away. Antetokounmpo trying to come up with it, and then grimacing a little bit and grabbing at his right knee. Appears to be okay.
Who's going after the loose ball? Slipped in a wet spot. Actually dove a second time, but that one unintentional.
Into the corner. Trent's 3 is good. Gary Trent Giannis tonight. 16 for Trent. Turner, wide open look. Back ironing off. Neesmith gets fouled. The corner, that 3 short for Neesmith. By the way, Kuzma just picking up his 3rd personal. Kuzma gets denied by Turner, averaging 3 blocks a game in this series. In the corner, Nembhard connects.
But how about the pace? Best. But that looked a little more friendly between 2 guys who grew up playing a lot of basketball around each other more than it was anything of malice, which we've seen in this series.
Giannis, who shot it better in the mid-range this season, was up about 10 percentage points. Knocks down that one. It would have to be made if Milwaukee was to lose tonight. Still a lot of game left, though. Here's Siakam. Siakam dishes out. Turner's 3. His shot just has not looked on from 3 tonight. He's now 0 for 6.
And fortunately for the Pacers, they really haven't needed it. But they will as the playoffs go along.
Trent, he got it.
And the Bucks have absolutely needed that. As G. Trent Jr. looks over to Thanasis Antetokounmpo, who is sitting in the high-priced seats along the court side, and nods his head.
Siakam guarded by Lillard. Siakam gets fouled.
But I got to give a shout out to Dustin Dobrick of the Indy Star, who specifically at certain times, and he's really appreciative of him playing that big bro mentality and that role for this group. But guys, you look at the 41 games for him last year, the 76 or the 78 that he played this season, he has in fact been a steady catalyst for this Pacers squad.
No question, Monica, as Lillard misses. Lopez the rebound. Kuzma soars in for 2. Well, consistency was the word Rick Carlisle used to describe the presence of Siakam. Also talked about the value of his experience. Giannis off the steal. Nembhard tips it. Trent, you bet!
Air a pirouette to turn it over and get the Bucks out in transition.
Trent's 5 threes, a new playoff career high. Milwaukee on a 15-3 run over the last 4 minutes. Halliburton guarded by Lillard. Lillard just 1 of 9 on the night. Here's Turner, 5 to shoot. Turner gets fouled by Lopez.
Tomorrow he got hot. Wow. And now you consider that a lot of that happened with Jimmy Butler off the floor. And Jimmy questionable for game 3. Going to be interesting to see if he's able to make it back.
Wow, Turner and Lopez were really getting into it. Trent gets
by Gary Trent Jr. And again, that would have been a challenge that Rick Carlisle would have been able to win, because Trent with that kick out forced the contact down low.
And you could even see the coaching staff saying that very thing to Halliburton. Here's Nembhard kicking it off to Turner, gets tripped. Decade here with the Bucks, really evolved into that, but has had a tough time in this series thus far.
Still an elite rim protector, but pick and roll coverage is a struggle for him at this point of his career.
Siakam gives it up, 2 to shoot, poked away. Nembhard can't get it to go. Lillard off the miss. Giannis with a full head of steam gets fouled. And Antetokounmpo hits. We're the MVP caliber year. Won't win it with Shea and Jokic this year, but it's been another outstanding season from Antetokounmpo.
It was those 3 guys last year, right? Just 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
It was Jokic, then Shea, then Giannis. This year, I believe Shea will be at 1.
Lillard short on that 3. Here comes Halliburton. The shovel, Nembhard swooping hard. Been quieter tonight. Honestly, Rick Carlisle talked about, hey, he was out to start this year. We went 5 and 10 without him. He totally changes our team on both ends of the floor.
I'm sorry, you had me at Rick Carlisle and Jenny Boucek.
How about Trent? 27. Nesmith connects.
How about the response? Nesmith has had the response all evening long for the Pacers. A big 3 knocked down by Trent on one end. Nesmith does the job.
Through an intense third quarter with the Bucks erased a 12-point deficit. Trent jitters, takes, can't hit. A rare miss tonight for Gary Trent Jr., who has 27 points on 8 of 12 shooting. He's 6 of 8 from 3. Here's Mathurin, made a big impact in the first half. Nesmith, not that time. A.J. Green the rebound out there with Trent, Porter, and Giannis. Giannis flashes free. Able to keep it in bounds. Porter tiptoeing. Green snakes inside, pops it in the air. Giannis the Antetokounmpo is now 6 for 7.
There you go. We can talk about Giannis at the free throw line. There's no jinx there.
Wasn't a jinx, it was just an affirmation.
There you go.
Another big night from Antetokounmpo. Halliburton, no.
And fly serve.
A.J. Green. Back to Antetokounmpo. Giannis, the long strides, gets fouled. What a turnaround, bro. Knock it down. He has 20.
Are we allowing this to happen?
And the answer was no. Antetokounmpo's been terrific at the line. Now 8 for 9. Meanwhile, Trent has 15 in the quarter. Milwaukee has outscored Indiana 28-12 in the third.
And how about
Smith?
Rick Carlisle's going to keep Mathurin in the game. He had Ben Shepherd up to check in, but going to keep Mathurin in the game even after the technical foul.
Spacing got jumbled there. Topping. Oh, wow. Able to cradle that in acrobatically.
That's just great touch by Obi Toppin. But one of the guys that we talked about on pregame, Monica had a conversation with Rick Carlisle about him. We haven't seen Jarris Walker. And Ben Shepherd actually got the call earlier.
Trent off on that one. Mathurin able to wrestle it away from Antetokounmpo. Toppin trying.
In comparison to with him on the bench, similar to what we see for Halliburton offensively, that's the way the Pacers go defensively when Siakam's not in the game.
Porter's jumper is good.
Way too easy. Gary Trent Jr. has saved this team here on their home floor. However, still nowhere out of the woods when it comes to these Pacers. We know that they can score and score quickly, holding on to a 6-point lead.
Trent comes up with a steal now, has something to say to Mathurin.
Giannis is going here.
Yes, he is. Draws the D. Porter's the easy lay.
But when you ever have a guy that, first of all, had the audacity to come talk trash to you when you can't guard them in the first place, and you see them in front of you, there was no question Giannis was absolutely going to attack Mathurin on the offensive end.
Halliburton, great look to Siakam, who lays it in.
The look away with the eyes, and one of the reasons why Halliburton's one of the best passers in our game today, the patience and the look away allowed him to get the easy assist to Siakam.
Here's Porter handing it off to Giannis. The Antetokounmpo jumper is good. He's got 28. Siakam handing it off. Halliburton backing away. Back to Siakam. 5 to shoot. Siakam gets grabbed. No call. And the rebound settles with Milwaukee. Looked like